Hello guys, this is my second attempt at filming this. First attempt, a car alarm started going off in the background and then I got the hiccups. I'm not even sure if that's cleared up. I've got some water now, so hopefully that will do the trick. I just want to talk about the lighting real quick. I know it's dark. My light is broken. I have a multicoloured lamp that has a little remote that I've had since about 2022, 2021, and it's just like a £20 crappy one off Amazon. So of course the lamp remote control broke when I had it on purple. So I have my salt lamp on at the moment in the background, and I'm filming this with the curtains open to try and get some natural light in with a purple lamp. It looks a lot more pink from where off camera, but I'm gonna see. I want to try and thrift just a cheap old lamp or something when I get paid at the end of the week. But I have something to talk about. Obviously I had my first week of exams, which actually went, I don't want to jinx it, but they went fairly okay. I had a really big one on Friday, which was worth like 40% of my grade, so I feel a massive weight off of my shoulders having done that. And I do have a interesting little story time. This is probably quite funny for all of you, but it was not funny for me at the time. I had a massive, not massive, but I had a bit of a kerfuffle, let's just say, over my water bottles, which is going to sound kind of strange, but they're really oddly strict. Now, when I did my GCSEs, which is the English version of like your high school finals or whatever, you were allowed a colourless, well no, you were actually allowed coloured ones. You were allowed any kind of water bottle so long as it was clear. It could be coloured so long as it was clear. So I thought the same rules applied. So the first day I bring in this reddish water bottle. It's more of a like really light red, almost pinkish, but it was clear. I brought that in and they said, oh no, you're gonna have to put that on the floor, and like we're gonna have to be able to see your hands when you pick it up because it's too dark. So I was like, oh okay, fair enough. So the next day, exam the day after, I take in a clear, like colourless water bottle, but it had a sports logo. It just said like something fitness or other on the side of it in grey writing, nothing relevant to my English language exam. And they took it off me. They literally had it off me, and it's like, it's so off-putting when you're about to do like a huge exam to have someone come to you and say like, oh, you can't have that, and then you feel them, the invigilators, the people like who, like the security people who watch you. I don't know if they have this in other countries, but you go into like a hall or a big room and they have these like exterior people who come in and they watch you to make sure no one's cheating or anything. I mean, it's fair enough, but the woman I had the day after was much stricter than the woman I had before. They said, oh, we can get you a glass, and so they bring me a plastic green cup that is not clear. The thing you have just given me to replace something that's supposed to fit your regulations doesn't even fit your own regulations. I mean, come on, make it make sense. But I'm like, you know what, they don't set the rules, the exam boards do, no point arguing. It's quicker if I just let them take the water bottle, pick it up afterwards, whatever, big deal. So what I was going to do is I was just going to get a plastic one and take the label off. It's not really what I wanted to do because the plastic ones get nasty after a while, and also if you put any amount of pressure on a plastic water bottle, it makes such a loud crinkly sound. It's so embarrassing to sit there in an exam hall in complete silence and like, sorry, I've got like a pillow on my lap for some reason, and like to hear plastic noises, it's really off-putting, and also like it's bad for the environment. So I just didn't want to do that, and I would have to replace it, and that's just money. My mum, bless her, bought me a new water bottle that is completely clear, no logos, no colour, no nada. I had it on Friday, had my bigger exam, no fuss, no worry, I could pick it up, I could drink from it, no problem. Finally we got a water bottle that was thinking, but it's just nuts to me because like the logo thing, we don't wear uniforms at my sixth form. I know some that are attached to high schools will wear uniforms. I know obviously most American schools, most schools, pretty much most places in the country, most places in the world other than Australia, I think don't wear uniforms. I think it's mostly the UK and Australia that do, but we don't. Colleges, technical colleges and sixth forms, we don't tend to wear them. So everybody's wearing like football shirts, clothing with writing on. I was wearing like an AC/DC band t-shirt that used to belong to my mum. It's all got writing on. By the same logic of a fitness logo on like a water bottle could be used to cheat, surely having, I don't know, trousers or hoodies with pockets on, you could put stuff in, that shouldn't be allowed. It's the same logic. It's like, why are we, it feels like we're just making stuff up just to make stuff up, and it just adds a level of extra stress. And we have to have photo ID out on the desk, and I just use my college ID, everyone else does. I saw a boy with his whole passport out on the desk. I was like, that's crazy. My guy's bringing his whole passport into an exam. That's nuts. Anyways, most people just use their college IDs, but the thing is, the photo on mine is horrible. My mum took it for me, and it was just kind of like a quick like photo that she took real up close to my face, and I'd had like red lipstick on that I'd taken off, so I have like a really awkward colour on my lips. It's just not a good photo, and I keep catching my own eye when I'm trying to do these exams, and it's so hard not to get distracted. And I'm like, come on, this is like one of the most important things you're gonna do in your whole life. Can you concentrate for once? It's crazy, but it's great. Honestly, because like each exam I do, it's like a little weight. It's like, oh, I can forget about that now, I can move on to the next thing. Bam, bam, bam. I have 9 exams in total. I've done 3, so I have 6 left. They're spread out quite evenly through the weeks, which I like. I don't have any this week because it's the half term. It's the bank holiday, it's the half term. No nada's going on, which is nice. I'm going to the Hay Festival tomorrow. I might try and film a little video of that and then just have this one as a pre-film. We'll see. All I know is I've got to come up with 2 videos this week. One as a pre-film and one is the one that I put out this week. The pre-filming is going actually really well. I like it. I've been keeping a solid schedule, and the videos have been doing quite well actually. I had some weird, like, not weird, but I had like a complaint about my sound quality, and then I had somebody else saying it was fine, which like, it's fine if people want to like pick up on things that they feel might be wrong or just give me little pointers here and there. That was fine. He was perfectly nice about it, but I've had that happen twice now. I had someone complain about my lighting, and then someone say, I love the lighting in these videos, it's so low key. Like, damn, I really don't know what to do, y'all. I am thinking I am probably gonna get a microphone. I might either get it this month or next month when I get paid. Like, I'm probably not gonna get anything too expensive or too technical, because I have what I call the like 70-year-old woman living in me. I don't like to go out much, and I don't really do well with new technology, so it'll probably just be like one that I can plug into my phone, or just like a normal Bluetooth one. Because my mum does actually have one, but I've used it a couple of times, but I just have problems with it, and I don't really feel like sitting there and like doing it. And also, I want one that I can use sort of in my own room that's a little bit more mobile, because I don't like having to sort of move everything in between the 2 rooms. It's just me being fussy, really. My mum's microphone's fairly good quality, but it's just me being fussy. Beggars can't be choosers and all that. So I mean, I'll source one myself. That's why I work. Had a pretty fun weekend actually. Yesterday we went to, it's for my brother, because he passed his driving test, he got his license, and my mum promised that he'd get to do one of these like sports car days where you can like pick out like, oh, you know, you can drive a Lamborghini or like McLaren or whatever, and you can like drive it around this like racetrack or whatever. Experience days. We've done a few of those with my family before, because both my dad and my brother love like sports cars and racing and F1 and all that, and the only thing I know about them is that there's teams and stuff, and that I have a Ferrari jacket that I think looks kind of cool in my wardrobe. I love that jacket. I might wear it. I'm going to Lana Del Rey concert next month, and I'm very excited about it. Try and stay calm. This is relaxed. I'm wearing like this white dress, it's got florals on, and I might get some velvet like knee-high black boots. I'm trying to do sort of like the you know, Lana Del Rey, the Lust for Life cover. She's got like the white dress and the daisies in her hair. I might try and do that. But the weather is unpredictable out here at the moment, and the concert is in Liverpool, so it can get pretty cold up there at night. Obviously, it's like right on the sea. It's docking city, so. But like, damn, I love Liverpool, so I'm quite excited to get to go and see a concert there. And my dad scored tickets for Wolf Alice in November in Birmingham, so I'll be in university then, so God knows how that's going to work, but it's at the weekend, so whether I have to get a train and meet my parents down in Birmingham or if I come home the night before or something, we'll figure it out. But their new album comes out in August, so I don't really know what I'm wearing there yet. I've been to see Wolf Alice before. That was my first ever concert. That was so cool because it was their first show after lockdown, so their energy was awesome, the crowd's energy was awesome, and we made a little holiday out of it because it was near the coast, so that was really fun. Yeah, so I'm heading down to the Hay Festival tomorrow. I'm quite excited about that, although I have like no money, so I don't know. It's probably for the best really because I have so many books to read at the moment. I've been trying to just read the shorter ones and stuff between my exams, and I really want to start. I picked up, actually I'll show you guys these now. The lighting isn't great, so I hope you can see it, but this is Iron Flame. I picked these up. I don't know if I've talked about these yet, but this is Iron Flame, and the rest of the Fourth Wing series, obviously a couple of videos ago I was talking about that. And look at how cool the Onyx Storm cover is. Oh my goodness, how cool is that? Signature thumbnail pose there. But it has this absolutely gorgeous drawing. If you can't see it in this lighting, I know I'll talk about it in more detail in another video, but Zayden and Isla on there, how cool is that? So I picked those up the other day. I don't know if I've talked about them or not, but I probably haven't, but I'm so obsessed, and it's been so hard to avoid spoilers online. So I'm reading, I've finished The Cruel Prince now, and I've read The Night Guest, and I'll talk about those in another video at some point. But I'm reading Powerless, which has been a little bit slow to start, but now that we're getting to some plot twists and some movement in the plot, I'm getting with it. But we'll see about that. So yeah, it's a lot going on. But anyways, I was on a tangent there. Yeah, we were at this sports car update thing, and what you do is you book like you book how many laps you do and what cars you want, and they call you up, you line up, you go in for like a safety briefing, and then you line up and they call you, you take your laps, you go back, you line up, they call your name, so on. Loads of people there. It's always really busy at these things. I think they do tend to overbook it. It was fun for both my dad and my brother because my dad booked a couple laps around in this Ferrari, quite nice looking car. I love the idea of sports cars, but I'm so much of a wuss that like I can't get behind actually going in them, because my dad did offer me and my mum, they had this taxi there that was skidding around this track. Like when I say skidding, I mean it was going like screeching, and it was actually skidding on the ground. This like crate that you could ride in, and he said like, oh, you two can go in there for like 40 quid, and I was tempted, but then I was watching it go round, I was watching it skid, and I was like, nah, I'll skip out on that one. I can barely drive myself because it makes me so nervous, so let alone being in the back of that thing. My mum was saying, oh, like you can do one when you pass your test. I was like, I did see, we were there last year because my dad did one for his birthday. He did all these really cool cars, like I think it was like a Lamborghini, a Ferrari and a McLaren or whatever. I can't exactly remember, and a Nissan or something, I don't know. But they had these police cars there that they were letting people drive around in, like you could pay to go and drive around in it and put like the sirens on and the lights. I was like, that would be pretty cool. I'd do a cop car. I'd definitely do one of those. As long as I'd have to be able to put the lights and the sirens on, but I'd love to do that. But anyways, it was really fun for my dad and my brother, which obviously made it worth it, but I was like stood outside and I was trying to get help my mum get photos and videos and stuff, and it was pouring rain, it was windy. The weather did clear up halfway through the day, which was fine, But I was like so annoyed because I was like, oh my god, please don't let it rain and be windy all day. I did not expect the weather as well, so I was not dressed for it as well. I was in like a skirt, I had my whole legs out, and this woman, it's so crowded and people are trying to crowd by the barriers to get photos and videos of like whoever they know who's in the cars, because they let kids do it sometimes, because most people like get it for their kids or like their husbands or their wives or whatever as like a birthday present. So there was people trying to get photos and videos because you have to pay for the professionally done ones, so people wanted to get their own photos. But I was stood by this spot at the fence, not in anyone's way, minding my own business, and this woman comes up next to me, puts her whole elbow in my face and tries to like move me to the side. I would have moved out of her way and let her get a couple of photos and videos of whoever it was who was passing by in the car. But she didn't ask, and I had someone literally come up to me and ask, hey, do you mind if you like step aside so I can get some photos? And I said yes, and I moved because it was polite. But this woman just saw me, and obviously I'm quite short. I wouldn't say skinny, but like I'm quite small. I don't look like much to most people, so most people do assume that they can just kind of move me out the way, or they can just kind of get round me, and I hate that because it's so rude. Like, it really annoys me every time people do that, and it just put me in such a bad mood. Like, my poor mum had to put up with me getting like so annoyed, because I do get frustrated when people do that. And like, there was people's kids and they were so, oh my god, I don't really do children. Especially with like, it was crowded, I was overstimulated as anything, because like there was these tents, and obviously because it was raining everyone was trying to get into the tents, and at one point I got caged in by all these like older men who were much bigger than me, and like my mum was all the way over by the barrier because she was trying to get photos and videos of where the gate was, because the gate was sort of over here, and then the lines where people go and get in the cars was sort of over there. So she's over here, I'm over there, and she's trying to film and get photos and videos of my brother and my dad getting in the cars and driving off and stuff, and it's all cool. And I'm just trying to like save the spot where she can go and get some videos of them driving past and going all fast in these cars. And like, people are just like getting in my way, like making it so I can't get out, and it's making me so anxious. And it was like, oh, it was worth it because we got some really good videos and some really good photos, so that was quite cool. And also like, both my brother and my dad was really happy. Like, my brother doesn't tend to show much emotion, he's quite like sort of like blank faced is how I describe it most of the time, but like, we actually saw him like smiling, which is quite a rare occurrence for my brother, because usually like he's happy but he just doesn't show it. He's one of those kinds. Some people just are like that, and it's cool. But it was quite worth it to see that, and we went out for dinner afterwards, and that was quite nice. And I am a big fan of long car journeys. I love popping my headphones and getting my music on, chilling by the window. I love it. And being able to like read or whatever. I like a good long car journey. So, and it was just nice to like get my mind off of exams and just back into having a little bit of fun and being not so serious. So that was cool. We went out for dinner tonight as well, which was pretty chill. My brother's, I don't know if he's already out or not, but he's going out with one of his friends anyways. So that's that. I don't know if there's anything else to talk about really, damn. No, there really isn't. Crazy. Anyways, so that's my little yapping, that's my like life updates. So yeah, this will probably be a pre-film video, and then I will film a what I want to do is sort of like that vlog I did before with the like mountains and stuff. I might do that, sort of like a festival walkthrough. There's some pretty nice scenery on the drive up as well, so it'll make a cute little video. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you when I see you. Bye bye.